Alright people, welcome back. Right, today's episode is going to be fitting a diesel heater to the van, to the Vauxhall Vivaro. It's Baltic outside again. I can't make this up. Every time I do a video, it's cold. I'm hoping the rain's going to hold off, but it's windy and it's cold. Anyway, cheap Chinese diesel heater. I think I paid around the £75–80 mark for it. 8 kilowatt or 5 to 8 kilowatt. I ain't going to protract this out. Try not to make it long-winded. Just going to get into it, show you some of the key stages, and that's it. So, stay tuned. Just a quick show of what came in the box. Diesel tank I won't be using. I'll be using the return feed on the van. You'll see that anyway. Pickup line for the tank, exhaust, air intake, back box, exhaust box, whatever you want to call it, wiring loom, fuel line, rubber hose fuel line, diesel filter, pump, control panel, ducting, fitting kit with hose clamps, fuel line, cable ties, various bits, obviously diesel heater, pair of gloves. What I bought extra is, if I back up and get the kit, obviously it comes with instructions as well. They're very vague, but what I bought extra, some fuses. Where you gone? There you are. What I bought extra is from Halfords. I'm not advertising, but I bought some stainless steel Jubilee clips of different sizes, just so hopefully that the ones outside won't rust, because I have seen on FleeTube that the ones that come with the kits are not the best quality. And the other thing I bought is a connecting T-piece for the van. I'll show you when we're doing it. Basically that's going to go into the return line on the diesel filter, and then my diesel pipe will come out of here so I can take out of the tank. So that's it basically. We're going to go to the van, we've got to get the seat out, we've got to cut some of the floor up, and we'll have a look. Stay tuned. Quick update, I've disconnected the battery. Give it 10 minutes or so for the seat retention system to disarm. 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts holding the seat. Slide it forward, take 2 out, slide it back, take the rest out. So I've marked on the floor the inner side of the seat base. So what I'm going to do, just to make it easier for myself, is I'm going to try the diesel heater in there upside down to see if I need to trim anything at the moment. Then I'm going to take the seat base out. I know you have to trim the bottom bars back, and I think I may have to trim some of the reveals. But there you are, I'll get that done and we'll come back. Quick update, got seat bit out, that's cut ready now. So what I didn't show you earlier was the diesel heater comes with a flat plate both sides. What I've done, because when it goes through the van, if you see, ignore that top section a minute, there's ridges. So obviously you're going to have to pump loads of silicone and everything in there. Fireproof mastic. But what I've done is I've managed to get some old flue liner. I think it's 2mm steel. That's 130mm in diameter, and I've cut it 50mm deep. Tack welded it on to make myself a turret that I can put through the van and then seal from up underneath. So I've put everything back in, the seat base temporary in, put the heater on, seen where it came, and put the bracket in place. Then I've drawn around the turret, which is there. I drilled a central pilot hole, and then underneath I've gone and checked that there's nothing underneath. This is, I think it's the handbrake release cable that shows on the dash, so I got to be careful of that. But this now, I'm either going to cut round with a recip saw, or I'll see if I can get my jigsaw out here with an extension or something. So get that done and come back. Ta-da! Right, recip wouldn't do it, so I ended up getting my jigsaw and my EcoFlow. This is the River 2. It's a power pack basically, which allows me to use things like a jigsaw portable. I gotta be honest, fantastic. Done it, no problem. Operates a jigsaw, no worries. So I will be doing a review on that, but yeah, can't fault it. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, I've got the hole cut out. I'm gonna go and get some paint now and paint around the edge just to seal up and file, get the rough off. And then obviously I'm going to bolt the turret to the diesel heater with all the tubing attached and drop it all through in one once I fire masticed around. So I'll get onto that. See you soon. Yabba dabba doo. Right, so we've got the turret bolted on place with the 4 studs. We've got the exhaust clipped in and the exhaust on. We got the air intake bolted on with the nozzle, the filter breather, and then obviously we got the fuel line connected with a short stubby bit of the fuel pipe. We've also got the fuel filter with a short stub going to the diesel pump, then another short stub to go to the diesel line going in. And also we've got the connector for the van. Now, like I say, I had this separate off eBay. Not sure if I still got the code. I'll have a look, see if I got a code. If I have, I'll put in the description. But just put in Vivaro diesel return T-piece and they come up anyway. So that's in on. It's a nightmare to get in. I had to put him in some hot water, but he's in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire mastic around, put the seat base in with the heater, and then screw the heater in place, and then we can go underneath and get underneath wrapped up. Here we are, people. Right, got the seat back in, so it's going to be a little bit hard to see, I suppose, but we'll have a look anyway. So under the seat, if you can see, this bent up, that's got to be wire tied back up. So that's the heater there. So this is the front where the pedals are, so that's the intake for the heater there. I'll flip you over and put you underneath just for you to try and get a look. I don't know how good it's going to be. So if I can get you underneath, I can't really see this, so let's have a look. So there's the exhaust coming down. There she is. I hope you can see that. I've routed the fuel lines and the exhaust underneath. Now the only thing I did do was I did buy an extended exhaust just to bring it out. Again, if I get you underneath to there. The exhaust tube pipe that came with it only came to about a year, and I wasn't happy with the position of it, so I paid, I think it was £7 for a 2 metre exhaust. So I'll take you in the cab now for you to see. Come round. It's raining as well as usual. So that's where now, if I can get you on screen there, that's where now it's venting through. So I've got my table above, but you can see the heater is there. I got the ducting coming through and then out to obviously the swivel head that you can turn, and then I've boxed that area in with nothing else there, only obviously my table is bungee corded there. So I'm going to call that done. It was only a quick how I did it. I'm not saying this is instructional or anything. Got most of the cabinets in now, got the foam on with the bed, they got our covers made. Got some more iron-on edging to make, to buy, to finish off the pull-out legs. I'll do a separate video to this of the cupboards, but basically the cupboards, I've got click down doors. This is going to be a fixed seat where the batteries are underneath. Obviously you've got a separating panel, and then obviously you've got all electronics. You've got the solar panel coming in down into the battery. I've got the EcoFlow, which I'm going to do a review on. I've got a little toggle switch for there for my actual, that's the diesel heater set up there, so the solar panel's pumping plenty of juice in. Yeah, kitchen unit is in. Not going to waffle too much about this. It's dark, but there's my control panel. But anyway, for the diesel heater, there you are. I've had it running. It's bloody lovely and warm in here, especially when the curtains are all closed up as well. Heats the space up really fast. So hope don't know what you'd call it, helps. I don't know. It's only a quickie, like I said. It's too wet and miserable at the moment to get underneath and run everything through. But basically the fuel line, the diesel line, goes down to that little connector. I'll try and find a link to that on eBay, but that goes on your return line just under your passenger's, your driver's seat. You've got one of those multi-fitting plugs, so that then connects into that little adapter. So that adapter feeds the diesel heater. You click your return line back into that, and then that adapter into the standard fitting on the van, and that's it. You haven't got to cut any wires to do the plumbing. You haven't got to, it's a lot easier than cutting into the diesel line, so I've seen on here. Yeah, just a quickie. That's how I installed the Chinese diesel heater. I haven't had a problem with this so far. Yes, it is Chinese, but yes, they are cheap enough that if it does bugger up in a 12-month, because everything's relatively the same on them, is I can take the seat out and replace the heater itself. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos, people. It is getting a bit hectic at the moment, but I am trying to get them out. So thank you for all the comments, thank you for all the likes, all the subscribes. If you haven't clicked like, subscribe or share, please do. It does help me. Stay tuned, not gonna waffle.